Jeff Grubb, GamesBeat. This is a correction. So, a week or two ago, I did the review of the Turtle Beach Stream mic. I am now re-reviewing it because what I found out is that the microphone actually sounds a lot better than I originally thought it did. The issue, I believe, is that there was some extra processing going on in the background, or I didn't have the correct drivers installed, something like that. Now, I thought everything was fine. I listened to it a ton. I was using it for everything. And I even recorded a podcast for a friend on one of their episodes using the microphone. And I wasn't happy with the quality. But Turtle Beach actually reached out to me, full disclosure there, to say the audio that I included in my last video and in the SoundCloud playlist, which I'll include on this one as well, comparing it to other microphones, it didn't sound right to them. And so when I reviewed it saying it's a good idea with poor quality, they let me know, and then I started looking into it myself once I got some time, and I have since discovered that I think I must have had something wrong. So here I am, this is an apology. Let's go bang, bang, bang. Let's correct this and kind of give anew what I like and what I don't like. So clearly it sounds a lot better. I think that this is now a viable option for everyone on PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. Previously, I said if you want Xbox One, you want a dedicated microphone, this was probably your go-to. Now, the way it sounds now, at $100, it kind of puts you, I think, on the higher range of kind of the consumer approaching prosumer microphones in terms of quality. Now, on Xbox One, it might be the best microphone you can get, actually, that's the case. Because a lot of microphones for headsets and stuff like that don't sound nearly as high quality as this does on its own. And you have to have a proprietary solution for recording audio on Xbox One because not every USB microphone works. On PlayStation 4, you can use almost any USB microphone. It gives you a much wider option. At the same time, however, this is kind of built for gaming. It's also built for working simply out of the box with the native built-in Xbox One and PlayStation 4 streaming solutions. What that means is a lot of those microphones you're going to get that are USB that you plug into the PlayStation 4 don't have a lot of processing built in. This one does, as I mentioned. That was causing my problems. But what it actually means is that it actually solves a ton of problems if you're on those systems. So instead, you get a compressed sounding audio that doesn't let in a lot of room noise. It just kind of focuses on your voice, and it gives you a ton of options to play with without ever having to bring in a PC or outside sort of processing into that equation. So you could just use the app that's built onto those systems and get kind of a professional sounding finished product without having to resort to, buying a capture card, an Elgato or, Razer Ripsaw or whatever. Instead, you can just plug this right in and get going. And that is excellent. Another thing I like, it's small, it's compact, it comes with its own stand, it looks really nice. I like all the options, the ability to switch between PS4 and Xbox One, the different recording options. I'm in the cardioid mode right now, so it should just be getting my voice right here and nothing in the background. And, finally, let's just kind of hit home on that quality. This sounds good. This is a very good microphone. I think it's not great. Let's go ahead. I'm going to go to Blue Snowball one more time. I did this in the last video. You're going to hear that it's not as stark of a difference as what I had previously. So let's see, there's that. Okay, so now I'm using the Blue Snowball, and you can see that I think it's a little bit quieter, but it's also a little bit more clear, but it also picks up more room audio. There's no processing going on here. This is just what the Blue Snowball sounds like. If you're using the PS4, this is probably going to be what you get. It does have, its own options. I should be in cardioid mode right now for this. But, there's a difference. This is less expensive, at least as it is right now. But at the same time, it's not going to work on the Xbox One, and it's not going to give you as isolated sound as you want on PlayStation 4. So let's go ahead and switch back to the Turtle Beach, and then I'll kind of hit on the few things that I don't like, which are now much fewer than they were when I previously was looking at it. Okay. Back on Turtle Beach now. So let's finish this up. I like how loud it is. I like how clear it is. I like that I'm sitting pretty far back, but it's picking up my voice. I'm looking up at you. The microphone's way down here, kind of a good distance from my voice, but I could just focus on what's happening, and it's pointed right up here, and it's picking everything up. That's really nice. Now, what I don't like, it's still not the best sounding microphone. But it sounds, it's more than good enough. It sounds good. It's going to handle most situations where you need recording. That includes, I think this is good enough for podcast. It's good enough for voiceover. You're going to be able to get away with this microphone in a lot of online situations. You're not going to use this in a studio, but you're not going to use any kind of comparable microphone in a studio situation ever. I don't think it's not really losing ground against anything else that's in the $100 range without making it up somewhere else with its capabilities. The few things I don't like, though, continuing with that, the stand it looks pretty proprietary. I'm sure you can use other stuff, but it doesn't come with a shock mount. So if I hit my keyboard, that vibration rumbles up through the microphone, picks it all up. So if I'm like in the middle of a game, I'm using keyboard and mouse, it's going to pick up a lot of that action, as long as it's on the same surface as the keyboard and mouse, which I think it's going to be for most people. Now, if you're on console, you could set it kind of on the table in front of you and have the controller, and it's not going to be as much of an issue. Especially if you're holding the controller below the microphone, that cardioid should mean that it's just kind of pointing up and getting your voice more than it is getting the clicks and the clacks of the controller. I think, finally, I don't know if you're on PS4. I think the only thing is just consider, maybe look at other microphones, do some comparisons. I'm going to include that sound comparison SoundCloud playlist for you to listen to. It's going to be in the description, or it's in the story on GamesBeat.com. Listen for yourself, but I still think in most cases, for most people using the native streaming apps on either system, this is probably now the go-to microphone. And I think that's going to do it. Again, I want to apologize. I should have got this right the first time. I listened to it a ton. I don't know what was wrong, really. I had a few ideas that I mentioned, but every piece of audio I recorded with this originally sounded terrible. And now it sounds much better. So kind of, mea culpa. Is that what they say? I think that's what you say. So thanks for listening. Thanks for catching up. Thanks for not, believing me, so that you can believe me this time instead of last time. Old Jeff, he's a dumbass. He doesn't know what he's doing. Current Jeff that you're looking at, he's wearing a cool sweater. He knows what he's doing. So listen to this one instead. And definitely consider the Turtle Beach Stream mic. I definitely recommend it. Thank you for watching. Jeff Grubb, GamesBeat.com. I'll see you in the next video.